we have 2 weeks before the Super Bowl, so about a week and a half now. That game was crazy. I mean, JD, you start watching that game at halftime. You text me, ask me about certain guys. Where the hell is he? Where is he? And I'm like, oh, he's out. Like, he got hurt. He got hurt on the first play. Like, Jerry Sneak, he cussed first drive. Willie Gay got hurt with a shoulder injury. Cole Hardman re-injured his stomach, his pelvic injury. Juju knee. Justin Watson didn't even play with an illness that he had all week. Like, Tony tweaked his ankle. A lot of injuries, but yeah, we have a week and a half to get right and get everything. How important is this week and a half for a lot of these guys to get ready? And are you concerned about some of these injuries going forward?
Week and a half. I mean, it's very important. It's very important these guys get as much treatment as possible to get their bodies back to play this game. You got one game, one shot to do this. And so I would do everything in my power to get myself back. And so I think if these guys don't get back, it's going to be a tough road for the Chiefs. It's going to be very hard. And so you got to get at least 2 of the 3 wide receivers we lost. You got to get at least 2 of them. So I don't care if it's Juju, McCole, or Kadarius. I like to get all 3. But if you have just 2, then that gives you a much better shot. Yeah. But same thing on defense. Snead, Juan, right? Those are guys that you need. And so when I went back and watched the first half of the game, what you do is you can open up the offense in different ways, right? You can open up the offense what you wanted to do. You could do the same, the jet sweeps with Hardman and Kadarius Toney is different from Skyy Moore. It is, right? It's a faster twitch guys. It's not saying anything about Skyy Moore. It's just talking about the amount of talent that these 2 guys have. And so same thing with like Juju getting open. Juju is a little bit different from Marcus Kemp. Just the what? He's different. So let's just be honest here. I'm not, here to blow the alarm on particular things. I think it's just we got to take in the reality of what these things mean. And so when you have a full board of guys going into the game, then you got to make sure that you're throwing everything at this defense. Philly's got a spectacular defense. They really do. And so you're going to need some ammunition and some weapons around you going into the game to combat that. And Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce, you'll need some other guys. And that's the reality of it. That's the reality. Because they're going to be coming after the ball. But you know what? The defense has never seen such a innovative, incredible offense like the Chiefs. They just haven't this year. They have not. And so I think we match up really well against them. I say we, and in the course of it, Chief and Eagles. I got kind of 2 hats on these things, but I'm not. I don't want to be biased here. I'm not going to be biased this entire 2 weeks. I'm just going to talk about ball in itself and what I'm looking at as far as teams, how they match up. Same thing defensively. I think the Chiefs do really well against the offense. I think they do. You got long, big body corners. McDuffie is one that is he loves getting his nose in there. He does a tremendous job. I think you match up well against the receivers. Goddard is a good tight end. The thing is, you got to corral him, make sure he don't get open and start, killing you, because he will. That's another thing. He's one of those guys, I think, is kind of like Kelce. He has a lot of ability to make guys miss and just, make plays. Same thing. You got to corral, make sure Jalen Hurts don't start hurting you with his legs. So I think when you start doing these things, you talk about the injuries, having veteran guys who have been there before absolutely helps 100%. And so next week we'll look at it and see where everything is. But from this point on to hey man, get as much treatment as possible. Get as much rest as possible. Same thing with Pat. Get as much rest as possible. Kelce, get as much rest as possible. They know how to play in big games. And they're going to be ready. No doubt about it. These other guys, when they get these injuries off them, little bumps and bruises, we need for them to heal up. We just need you for one game to give it all. This is what this is all about. This is what all the practices, all the hours, all the days during summer camp and training camp and eating a particular way and lifting the weights and all. This was all for this. It's all for this. And so whatever you have to give up, whatever you need to do to get yourself ready for this game, you need to do it. Period. You can't play around it. No whatsoever. So Kadarius Toney, if you could give us 10, 15 snaps, good. But Cole, I don't know how he's going to play, whatever. If you could give cool. Juju, the same thing. But all those things put pressure on the defense of the Eagles. And so, I like both teams, man. They both match up really well. This is what I was hoping for. I was hoping for a Chiefs Philadelphia Eagles game. It was the two teams I was talking about. I remember I brought up New Orleans. I said the Saints, they couldn't help. The injury bug hit them with everything, and they didn't, they didn't really do, because of what they are. But the second team was the Eagles. That's what I'm looking at. Chiefs and the Eagles. That's and here it is. This is what you got. What I have. So
hi everybody. Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out the best clips from Chief Concerns. And if you prefer to listen to the show, subscribe and follow us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and anywhere else you get your podcasts.